obviously for coming. A few questions, and then we'll open up to you if you have any more questions. So, Sami, thank you very much for being here today. You, again, this movie is very important to us and very interesting. They say to give you one highlight. All my family went to my cousin who thought at the time the unique TV in color within the family to watch. So there were 50 there. I was a little child, so I don't remember it. But in Tunisia, that event has created huge excitement. So now, from your side, can you highlight your path from being, and you mentioned this yesterday, being a football fan and football player when you were a kid to director?
I was. Even now, I was like football, but I think my view and my approach has changed. Yes, when I was kind of a kid, sorry, like I think as all the kids of my generation and my neighborhood, because I grew up in popular neighborhood in the suburb of Tunis. So I think all our vision of life was about football, and at the time it was Italian team and Italian Raiuno and Dominica Sportiva, etc. But like I grew up also in family of left activists, and I have this both these two backgrounds. And the starting point of the film, this film is the second episode of a series of documentaries film that I did. I mean, sorry, after the revolution. Before that, I did Cursed Phosphate, Tunisian Phosphate. It's about the events of 2008 in Gaza, in Taif. And this event was considered like a spark of the revolution. After that, I did on the crossword why this difficult choice, because it's very difficult to make a documentary in especially in Tunisia. This project took 7 years. I can explain after why. Because after what happened, as film director, ask myself what could be my contribution in the democratic transition. I don't think if now we can talk about it. So it was my contribution. Many of my colleagues, I decided to make film about what is happening in 2011. I decided to get back before, because for me it's important to understand what happened. So this topic is very important for me, but like because now in collective memory of Tunisia, if you ask 10 Tunisian about 78, 10 of them will talk about Argentina World Cup and not about the general strike. And the contradiction is like for me, and not only for me, it's for me the turning point of the Tunisian contemporary history. We can talk about before 78 and after, and that's why I decided to make this parallel between them. It's also like I'm questioning myself. C'est like we say in French, c'est pas une autocritique, mais une remise en question par rapport à ce qui s'est passé, et voilà. And because when I was child, for me, I didn't understand why my mother didn't watch football. Before that, I did the film. It's not with my conception of a kid, but my conception as an adult.
Okay, thanks. During obviously the movie, we can feel obviously you've been obviously talking to a lot of sports football players, and do you think that because now Tunisia is facing also similar crises, right, social and political. So today we are facing similar crises, right? political, social, etc. Do you feel like when you spoke to those football players, is there something different that pushed them to do their best in '78? We are seeing now, remember, like Consuelo in tennis, she's becoming a superstar. In the Paralympics and the Olympic Games in Tokyo, we won a lot of medals. We are seeing those young. Do you feel like that it's pushing them, the crisis, the economical, the social, that those sportsmen, when they go outside the country, they want to just succeed?
Now or in 78?
In '78, but maybe now as well.
Uh, the funniest thing in '78, I think that at beginning, no one expect that Tunisia will be in the Argentina World Cup in '78 because at that time it was not like now. Now like it became like an habit to go to the World Cup. Before that, it was more difficult. It was one representative of Africa, and the famous team at that time was Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria, Cameroon, and not Tunisia. And that's why I started the film at the beginning by Bourguiba. He's back from Switzerland, and the first game against Morocco for Tunisian people at that time it was like already went to the World Cup because that's the first time that they beat Morocco. So at the beginning they said, okay, it's the qualification. We will see. And game after game, because the organization of the qualification is different than now because they have each time you have to beat the other team to pass through. And from game to game, the regime understood that they can use that. Mais au début, non. It, for the football player, not all of them they have this political conscience, and many of them they didn't have. That's why I chose Khaled Ghesmi because Khaled Ghesmi is different, and he accepted to tell what happened when what's his name Sayeh when Sayeh before the game against one of the game against Nigeria when it was a draw, so they said you have to win, etc. But at the beginning, yes, at the beginning, the two trajectory was parallel, but le point, enfin, c'est-à-dire ouais, ils se sont joués après. C'est before, c'est just before the general strike.
And thank you, Sami, for this interesting documentary. So my question would be, what would have been the consequence of a goal against Poland politically? I mean, do you think that it would have been like a big, like change, maybe?
This like this occasion against Poland, and because the film, we organized the screening of the film in prison in Tunisia, and the majority of the prisoners they were born in '78, and when they watched le tir sur la transversale, ils encourageaient, ils pensaient que ça allait être but. So that's for me like a thinking question because I don't know, but I think that the rest of the history perhaps it would be different, honestly, because the metaphor of the crossbar for me it was all the history of Tunisia is always on the crossbar. There was the thing that it could be a goal but not, and even now we don't know if now we are in democracy or not. It was on each time on the crossbar, each time on the crossbar. For me, perhaps it's time to be a goal and not on the crossbar. And I think also it's the history of my life.
But this is very interesting. So you're saying many events in Tunisia has been in history on the crossbar. So obviously the revolution might be on the crossbar because now even after 10 years we're having to. But when you were filming, was that also something that you had in mind to show?
Yeah, of course. But even Hannibal, il a traversé toute l'Europe with elephants, and at the end he decided not to attack Rome. So that, and I can give 10 examples of that. Ali bin Khbayham, he came from of Gasrin to go to the bay and so on, but and after that he accepted a compromise and he finished his life in a prison and on the crossbar. And after that, many things on the crossbar. Even now, even before the revolution and what's happening, what happened? Sorry, after. So that's why the metaphor of on the crossbar. And honestly, I had enough with crossbar. Perhaps it's my. I hope that one time we will score real goals.
Hello, can you tell us more about the other documentaries that are part of the series and if there's any linkage between?
It was the initial plan to make a series of 3 or 4 films, but honestly after that, and it took 7 years, I get tired, and now I took like a rest from documentary. After that I did a short film, fiction. Perhaps one day I will be back to documentary, but honestly, given the circumstances now of the production of film documentary in Tunisia, it takes too much energy and too much time. And honestly, I'm not ready to spend other 7 days, 7 years for other films. So now I take a rest, and we will see before after. Sorry.
So why did you make the choice to work on documentaries only? And do you have projects to like produce, like work on movies or films?
Honestly, I don't consider myself as director of documentary or fiction. I'm director because I did both documentary and fiction. But what happened for me after the revolution of 2010, December 2010, it was like, for me it was an opportunity, and honestly I didn't know at the time if we would be able after to have this liberté d'expression of this freedom of speech. And I think that even now, for example, we don't know if before what happened we'll be able to make a documentary like that. So for me, it was an opportunity to make a documentary because I'm passionate about film documentary. I said now we can talk about what we want, and for me it was important to understand what happened in Tunisia, to understand the mechanism of the dictatorship, because after that we made I think that we had made the same mistakes than before. So for me, it was important to understand what happened, and as I said, the mechanism of the dictatorship. And I think that 10 years before, I don't think that we on a tiré la leçon.
We didn't learn the lesson.
Yeah, we learned the lesson. It's my opinion.
Now you're based obviously in the UK. You still have many months in front of you. How do you see, the interaction potentially between Tunisian movies, Tunisian ecosystem, and the UK, the British cinema ecosystem? Anything we can do there?
I think that we have to resolve this problem of the distribution of Tunisian film in the UK. To understand why Tunisian film are not distributed I'm talking about commercial release, not about festival or event like that. I think that we have to resolve this problem. To organize more events, so it will be an opportunity for producer and filmmaker from Tunisia to meet distributor or producer from the UK, because I think it will be a huge opportunity for both sides. And I think that's for me the main one of the main question. Also, now we are watching like a new generation of filmmaker, but also the old generation is still present, and it's important. It's important like the filmmaker of the old generation, and with this interaction with the new generation to be like more it will go more
Beneficial.
not only beneficial but interaction. Yeah, interaction. It was. Je crois pas dans le conflit de génération personnellement. C'est pour moi c'est the Tunisia of the Tunisia that we want to say to see sorry that we have to build it together. So that's very important. So also it's very important that the vision of other countries that change. We can do that thanks to film, thanks to cinema, and but that's so important of events like this one.
That's a very important message. So working together between the old and the new generation. Last question: do you know the Arsenal results?
Yeah, we were. Yes.
Great, and you have fans here. So. All right. Thank you, Sami. Thank you very much.